Hello future developers, welcome to another tutorial at ABCD. Today we'll be learning to do some sentimental analysis using Tweepy package and then text block. With just few lines of code we're able to do this. So here trying to do some sentiments on Tesla. So you could see we fetch the text from Twitter and then there's the subjectivity polarity for this particular text. So I'll explain polarity and subjectivity somewhere in the video. So you need these two packages, Tweepy and then text block, to make this a success. So I'll go to File and then Notebook, and then I'll select Python 3. Python 3, and then let's see, there are certain things we have to do. So either you pip install here, so either you do this inside your Jupyter environment, or you go to Anaconda prompt and then you type conda install Tweepy. So conda install Tweepy. Sorry, conda install Tweepy. Okay, so once that is done, download. I already have it, so I wouldn't download it. Okay, then you do same for conda install text block. Then when that is done, you can start your project. Okay, but since I already have it, so I'm just going to start it. So I'll cancel this and then I'll go to my Jupyter environment. Okay. So remember to have these packages installed first. So there, let's look at some sentiments here. So using so there's an article, and then when you look at the sentiments here, so when you click on this icon, okay, you can see the sentiments for this particular article using tone detector by I think Grammarly also, yeah, by Grammarly. So you need to register on Twitter, so you have to visit this link to developer.twitter.com, and then you'd have to fill some forms to be able to have access to some keys to use in the project. Okay, so when you click on this, you can see I created mine, and then when I click on the keys and tokens, you can see I can generate the keys, consumer key, and all those. So if you see here, you can see these particular strings what would give us access to the Twitter text. Okay, so you need to click on generate and then to generate the keys for you. Now let's see. So I think we just have to start. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to import Tweepy. So import Tweepy. Since we already have it installed, so I'm going to import Tweepy. Then I'll import text block from text block block. So be mindful of the casing. So from text block is all in lowercase, and then from text block the import text block should be that the T should be capital T, and then the B should be capital B. So as you can see here, so import Tweepy, and then from text block import text block, C caps, B caps. Okay, so first start by giving our consumer key. So we create a variable called consumer key, and then I'm just going to copy the string. Okay, so you can see here, so since I already have it generated, I'm just going to copy this, okay, and then I'll paste it. So I'll go to my project and then I'll paste it inside my project here and paste it here. Once that is pasted, we'll create another variable called consumer the token or consumer secrets here, consumer secrets, and then we'll also go to the previous project. Then I'm going to copy these this, so I'll copy this, then I'm going to paste it here. So when I'm done pasting, I have to go and then create another variable called access token, access underscore token. Then would also go and copy the string, so you have to go and generate it from Tweepy. Since I already have it, I'm just going to copy it from here. So we copy it, and then paste it here. So once that is pasted, we'll create another variable called access token secret. I'm just going to copy it. Okay, so to save time, I'm just going to copy the whole of it, and then I'll just paste it here. Okay. So now that's let's see what we have to do next. So we are going to have to type do some authentication. So auth equals, and then in quotation comments, auth equals Tweepy dot, and then I'll just type O. That's the O should be caps. The O should be caps, and then the A should also be caps. Okay, so O caps, U caps. And then the handler, auth handler, and then we are going to put consumer key, and then we'll put consumer secret too. So comma, so consumer key in parentheses, and then consumer secrets. Okay, so to avoid typo error, it's best to rather copy them and paste them, so that as I said earlier, to avoid typo errors, you rather copy and paste. Okay, so create another variable. Sorry, create auth.set. So this is going to give us going to do something with the access token and then access token secrets. Okay, so auth.set underscore access underscore token, and then in the parentheses we are going to just copy our access token, and then I'll paste it inside the parentheses. So paste and then comma, and then we'll do that for we'll also copy the access token secret. Okay, so I think that should be it for this part. So just let me see what else we have to. Okay, we'll create an API, and then we'll have to do our query. So API Tweepy dot search dot API and put our auth in. Okay, so API equals Tweepy. So we created a variable API, and then we give it this parameter tweepy.api auth into, and then now you in the public tweets, so public underscore tweets, so create a variable called public tweets, and then api.search, and then this is where we're going to do our query. Okay, so here I'm going to type Tesla, so in parentheses I'm going to type Tesla, and then when write shift and enter, we have no errors. Okay, so the error here is because my internet disconnected the internet. So when I connect the internet back, it should work. Okay, so I also connect the internet, and then when I run it, shift and enter, we shouldn't have any errors. Okay, so remember you need internet for this to work. Okay, so let's start. So for tweets in public tweets, okay, so avoid errors, I just copy and then paste it, and then put colon, and then print. So we are going to print the tweets.text. Okay, so whatever information is from there, we're going to print them out. And then we need to create the analysis. So this is where the analysis of the text would be. So a variable called analysis. And then if you watch my previous video on text blob, you notice that when creating a text blob or trying to analyze text, you'd have to type text blob, and then you would, in the parentheses, you put in your statement or your text. Okay, so text blob into bracket tweets.text, and then I'm going to print the sentiments. Okay, so print sentiment, we are going to equate and then comma. You can decide to ignore the sentiment equals. Here just for clarity's sake, that's why I use sentiments. So you can only do the analysis.sentiments. Okay, or you can just do the sentiment equals then analysis.sentiment. So I'm going to copy this and then I'll paste it, so 3 times or twice. So one is going to hold the polarity and the other is going to hold the subjectivity. This will be explained using one of my projects that I just did. Okay. So I'm going to add here dots. So since we want only the subjectivity, I'll put dot subjectivity. Okay, so subjectivity is more of the beliefs and feelings of the individual. Okay, and then polarity. So here I'll put polarity. So polarity is about how positive or negative the text or statement is. Okay. So when I run this again, Shift Enter or first. So this the things you would have to fill when signing up for the Tweepy on Twitter. So they'll require you to fill some form. Twitter will require you to fill some form. So you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 these stages, and then you would have to be clear as possible as to why you want to use the service and what you want to use it for. So once this is filled, you would they'll send you an email for more further clarification. And then I was able to get this done, resolved in just I think 2 days or so. So you have to send a picture. So I sent a picture of what I was trying to do, and then they gave me access to use the Twitter environment, Twitter API. Okay. So when I run this, you could see Tesla. So these are it has fetched some text from Tesla from Twitter. Okay, and then when you can see Thomas Edison did everything to stop Nikola Tesla. Then we have the polarity and then subjectivity. Okay. So here I'm going to change it. So you can input any text here. So here's a Donald Trump. You can put Michael Jackson. So it's going to fetch some statements on Donald Trump or public statements. Okay. So if you read this, you can see we have our sentiments. Polarity here says 0.1. Okay, and then subjectivity is 0.25. So these are float figures, and then when you look at the documentation for it, you will be able to understand whether it is positive or is negative, or is more of a belief of the person, or like a public opinion. Okay, so look at the sentiments for this this particular text and then polarity. Okay, so let's see. This one has 0, 0. Okay. So look at this particular text. So subjectivity and then the polarity. Okay, so 0.65 and then 0.25. Okay, so I made a mistake. I should have changed here. Okay, so there's a documentation. So polarity and subjectivity. There's one project that I did. Okay, so polarity is then how negative or positive a statement is, and the score ranges from 1.0 and then 1.0. Okay, so 1.0 should be a positive value. Okay, and then for subjectivity too, we have that the subjectivity expresses our beliefs and feelings. Okay, so it also has its range. So I have to change a value here. So polarity 0.0. So here should be rather be polarity. Okay, polarity. Okay, so when run it, I should have it's fixed. Okay, so polarity and subjectivity for this particular text. Okay, so that should be it for our Tweepy. And then thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.